I have nearly spent almost 3 entire months inside this world, with the first start of this beautiful house, transferring over to a mineshaft enchantment tower, trading hall for toolsmiths, working on a breeder and an iron farm, moving over into the wood lumberyard, and then expanding down into a fisherman village. But now it's time to kick up the feet a little bit and do some much needed decorations, because today's going to be a busy day. We're going to do a bunch of small projects that I've been saving up for a good time, and now is a good time to do it. Welcome back to Minecraft with Q. My name is Q, but you all can call me Death Basher. This side of the village has been looking worse for wares for quite some time. I haven't even touched over here. Just been breeding up these cows, slaughtering them for little bits of experience in leather and meat. This iron farm, it's seen better days. I did lay out the groundation to figure out just what I really wanted to do with it, but now it's kind of gotten to the point where I've neglected it, and it's time to put a roof on this thing. So I'm going to gather up some resources, and we're going to do a cool little building montage. That'd be pretty cool. What do you think? Hello. Goodbye. Now, I don't know about you folks, but that is looking a lot better. And yeah, after I got done building it, I realized that I had no places to hang some lanterns to make it look beautiful and just for purpose of lighting and to get rid of torch ban. So I went back and changed up a little bit of details by doing deep slate tile brick walls and then the dark oak fence gate. So that way I could hang lanterns going all the way around, and did the same thing on this side. And I did modify the bottom just a little bit so that way you could have this protective railing going all the way across. So that way you don't accidentally fall in and get hurt yourself. And then just to add protection, put a trapdoor over the actual collection and then just my leftover iron bars that I had, because I've crafted way too many of these. The next thing I want to work on involves these guys. I have plans for this big space right here, and just to kind of give me the excuse to work on terraforming this side and making this pathway a lot better, I'm going to build a little sheep corral, because we do have that cow one right over there, and it's the first one that was in the village. I haven't touched it at all. So I got myself some resources here, and I just want to make a little basic little sheep pen kind of a thing. Well, just like that. Did tweak the pathway a little bit, and now curves up and over here to the little sheep pen, and we got the sheep pen done. Now we got a few sheep in here, and it's just time to breed these guys up, because I do have future plans for this. Maybe with some automation. Who knows? But that's another item checked off on the list. These guys have caused me some issues. I had to actually change the layout of the fence, so it's actually just an ugly wall for right now. But needless to say, it's time to go into the nether, because I need to gather up some important resources to do the next task on my list. And that sugarcane right there is part of what the next task is going to be. With the start of going into the nether, I took a moment back to gather myself, because it's pretty scary. Then came across this wither skeleton. Hopes to get a skull, and I was honestly surprised that the first wither skull that I got was from the first skeleton that I killed. Knowing I'm going to need a lot of blazes to get the blaze rods. Make sure to kill those guys. Found some nether wart. Made sure to grab that, because we're going to need that to make potions. First chest of the Nether Fortress. Okay, loot. Got some more blazes, more loot, more loot. Some magma creams, because those are needed for fire resistant potions, right? Right. Ooh, some diamonds. Nether wart. More loot. More loot. And an armor trim. That was a cool find. More loot. And this part really scared me, because it was just a mess load of mobs all the way down this little corridor. It was like a Fight Club or something. More loot. Some more blazes. Really scared me. This was the spot where I actually came across a double spawner on opposite sides of the walkway and decided to farm up a little bit of these blazes. Some more wither skeletons, more skeletons, and a whole party of wither skeletons, which scared the crap out of me, and I was like, I'll jump over there. Nope, I'm just going to follow my doom. This part really scared the crap out of me. But I managed to live and survive by going up the side of it, getting back up top to destroy a bunch of wither skeletons. Then I decided it was time to open up this platform to try to increase the spawn rates, which did actually help in the long run, but I kept getting distracted by blazes and wither skeletons spawning up everywhere. And I knew I was going to need a bunch of ender pearls, so by opening up this area, it was going to help in the long run. Got distracted again, went back to expanding. Then this little guy. I don't understand why. He was screaming like a banshee. It was kind of annoying. At first I was like, is there a bunch of them running around that I don't know? Until I realized it was just this one guy running around. It got me distracted for a good few minutes. Went back to the grind of getting ender pearls and wither skulls, which, as you can see in my hotbar, I only have one so far. Ooh, and look at that, I just got a second one. So far I've killed 40 wither skeletons and yet only 2 skulls. I got looting 3 on this sword. Figured my rates would be better than this. Got another one. Finally have all 3. Now it's time to make the Eyes of Ender, so that way I can actually find the stronghold and go and defeat the Ender Dragon. Realized I forgot my helmet over by the Nether portal. Kinda need that. Then I decided it was time to make an OP bow, which with Unbreaking and Infinity, we have Power 4 Flame, Unbreaking 3 and Infinity. Goodbye, I'll be back. Well, now that I actually have the things that I need, got the awesome bow, got some Eyes of Ender, and I was able to make up some rockets, because I plan on grabbing an Elytra after I defeat the Ender Dragon, and getting my hands on some shulker boxes, and hopefully some free Ender chests, so that way I can have a backpack, essentially, the best way, and the only way possible. My plan for the exploration to find said stronghold is that with this area being our spawn, I know that there's typically one in the north, and then like the southwest and southeast is usually where the strongholds are placed. So I want to explore to see what's over here, like down through this ocean. So I want to head out in this direction. So this part's going to be the boring part. When we get close and start digging down, I'll bring you guys back. Yeah, I found it. It's a good thing I made sure to get enough ender pearls, because, yeah, there's none. But as ritual, remove that, get rid of all the dangerous lava in here, and then we can put in a portal. So that way, for the future stuff, we can actually start setting up another highway and make transporting our butts across the world even faster. Now it's time to put in all of these Eyes of Ender. I will say it has been some time since I've actually done this by myself. The last time I actually took down an Ender Dragon was on the Craftiverse SMP. So this is going to be fun. Now that I'm back in the overworld, I've spent some time with my good friends over here, which, name suggestions, possibly? I've been very busy. Getting books, getting enchants, putting the enchants on. I have no levels because I burned through all of them from the dragon because this fancy shulker box is my toolbox, and I want to set up a set of tools, 4 of each backups, so I have a grand total of 5 tools, essentially. I did also almost entirely fill up this ender chest, so that way you have a backpack. Currently missing 3 shulkers, but hey, I don't really want to go back to the end anytime soon, unless it's to build an ender. But we got a rocket box, which we do need to fill, and that is coming up in the next episode, because big plans for that, which is why I was gathering skulls, if you recall from the beginning of the episode. And yes, as you can see right there in the inventory, I'm getting ready. I've dug a tunnel. I'm going to do it the good way, the easy way, or the more challenging way, I guess, instead of doing it cheesy in the end, because that's no fun. Yeah, ignore this. Yeah, ignore this. This needs to be done relatively soon. When? I'm not sure. Now, I will say I've never actually done this myself. I don't think I really have. So this is a first for me. Now, I'm pretty sure we're not going to die, and I think we got a long enough runway. So, without further ado... First time ever. Alright, that's pretty cool. Okay, hopefully I don't die now. The whole point of getting a beacon is because I got a big project in mind, and in order to do it in a timely manner, I needed the beacon, which means we're shifting gears a little bit. We're going to be changing locations just a little bit to expand our beautiful town that we're slowly building up over time. This shulker box is going to be dedicated solely just for the beacon, and everything that needs to go with the beacon. So the blocks to make the beacon, and ingredients to make the beacon work, but I need to craft the beacon. So let's go craft the beacon. Is it sad that this is the first time ever that I've crafted a beacon? Please tell me no. I hope it's not sad. As you can see from these cute little guys right here, I've been very busy. So I've been breeding up cats for one reason and one reason only. It's because I want pets. I got dogs, I need cats. But actually, these cats do serve a very good purpose. We're going to shift gears over in that direction towards that village, and we're going to start a whole new district. It's going to be like an industrial district in the vibe of like steampunky stuff, because I need to build a big rocket factory, because I have an elytra now, and my only limitation is, well, rockets. I don't have a creeper farm, I don't have a massive sugarcane farm. For the longest time, this is where I was gathering my sugarcane from. So, knowing that I'm going to need a big scale sugarcane farm, automatic that is, I've been growing the sugarcane there to gather it up and make sure that I have plenty so I can make the massive rocket factory. And that's why I got this beacon, is because that mountain, yeah, it's going away. It's going to go away. So if you recall this area from the very first episode, which if you haven't seen that, go check it out. Plopped up there in the corner of the screen. Right up there. Click it. I know you want to. This is the area that I'm thinking of flattening to a point, doing massive terraforming. Hence why I needed shulker boxes and needed to get the wings and all of that good sense so I could fly back and forth from my storage units and everything of that sense. But this area over here is going to become the industrial district. So like all of our big farms, like mob farms, creeper farm, sugarcane farm. So as you can see over there is our starter little town. Then we got the lumber yard, and then down over there is the port and harbor. And this area is already pretty flat and it is nice terrain. This mountain, in my opinion, it doesn't fit right. It's just like a big old booger, basically. So I want to bring it down. I want to do some different variants of landscape and everything throughout this entire area. But going to be focusing mainly over in this section here, kind of like in this little meadow area, is where the industrial district will go. And it'll start to pan out over this way. Which means big things are coming. There is no end to this in any time soon. But I got to do bigger things now. Because we're at that point, aren't we? We have a beacon. Now I just need to get a bunch of iron blocks so that way I can build the beacon and make it work. Plus, I want to build like a quad iron farm. I've never built one of those, and I figured, hey, that'll fit perfectly over here in the industrial district. Need to set up some bees so we can get bottles of honey, get the honey blocks for sorting systems and all that cool redstone contraptions, and to be able to wax copper, which I'm going to need to get a lot of copper for this build palette for the factory and for this area, because if it's steampunky, we got to have copper, don't we? So with all those details covered and the plans for the next episode, let me know down in the comments how you're enjoying the series so far, and if you guys have any suggestions or build ideas or anything, please, by all means, let me know down there, because bookshelves up there, they're pretty empty, and I want to fill them. It's one of my goals. What are your guys' goals for the new year? Let me know down there in the comment section. Also, these cats, I got one white one and one tabby one, and I've been trying to just breed the white and the tabby one to try to get another tabby, but it's not working. And I need names for these guys as well. But we'll have to come back and see just how much progress this potato-loving man can actually take care of. Until the next episode, I want all of you guys to have a good year.